I
Okay.
could. Yeah. Yes, sir.
But you should speak onto the mic
Okay.
as directly as possible.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do a little test.
Directly into the mic.
Okay, let's see how that sounds. Check, check. Hey, hey. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, man. Good looking with you, man. For real.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you.
All right. About 10 questions. Told you that already. Yo, yo.
Yo, yo.
Hey, hey. You're staring at the city. I got a very special guest with me here today. Go ahead and tell him your name and what you represent.
My name is Jake Lacoste. I am a musician, a creator, and I just love culture.
My guy. First of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
You know, we out here. How was that show last night?
It was amazing. It was amazing. I've been doing birthday bash for like 3 years now.
Word.
Yeah, I think celebrating, bringing in my new year. You know, I look at the new year as like my age, because that's kind of when we turn the year. And bringing it in with a successful show every year has been a big boost of confidence. And I think with me as an artist, as a creator, and always reaching for this high level of success, it's important to keep those boosts coming, and especially when I'm turning age. So this is my 3rd year doing it, and it was highly successful once again. So, yep, all ages too. We had the kids there.
Yeah,
So,
I saw the footage. That looked like a cool event. You
yeah,
know?
it was beautiful.
Lots of people there. The plus, shout out to Eau Claire, man. So yeah, actually, I didn't even have this on the questions, but what's good with Eau Claire? What's going on with Eau Claire? Can you tell? I don't know much about what's going on there. You know, in the music scene.
Yeah, honestly, I think Eau Claire is geared more toward other genres, folk, rock, maybe country a little bit.
Yeah. I remember they got Country Fest out there.
Yep, Country Fest, Rock
crazy,
Fest.
yeah.
I always
They're still
attend
doing
Rock
that?
Fest. Yep,
Out in
yep.
the field?
Yep, I'll be
That's a
VIP
blast.
this year. Yep.
Hey, shout out, yeah.
Yeah, I love going to that.
I had so much fun at that, yeah.
Yeah,
Because I went to school in Eau Claire, you know, yeah.
That's beautiful.
Man, I had so much fun at that.
Did you go to Rock Fest?
I went to Country Fest.
That's crazy.
It was so fun, man. I understand why it's a blast. It's so fun. People don't really I feel like they underestimate the possibilities of a small town, you know?
Absolutely. And what people will travel for.
Right.
If it's worth it.
Straight up.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, honestly, I usually will tour. You know, Eau Claire is one of those places that doesn't really nurture an artist to the full amount, which is fine. I mean, we all have to find.
That's just the base.
Yeah, we got to figure out where opportunity is going to find us, or where we can find.
You were just in Vegas.
I was just in Vegas.
Yeah, you were just on tour.
And I just network naturally. I'll let people know that I do music, but I'm not overbearing with that shit. I'm just natural.
Let me clarify. Are there any artists in Eau Claire that you want to shout out, or you know what I'm saying? Or is there anything in Eau Claire that's dope that people should know about, that you might know about, that's like a secret? You know?
Yeah. Jordan, my guy Jordan Hovershom just started constructing a studio, and so that's gonna be a really big thing. Hollywood Recordings, I believe, is what he's calling it.
Fire.
But I just want to shout him out because he's helped me throughout the years. He's always been there. Everybody's Bar has always helped me out throughout the years. So Wes at Everybody's Bar, which is in Chippewa Falls, but it's only 10 minutes from Eau Claire, so it's
that's right down the street. Yeah.
It's Eau Claire. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And then obviously it's just, my wife, the main person who's always stuck by me and helped me, my mom, my stepdad, people who support me in in the area. But mainly it's just my team and those kind of people. But those were the couple people that do help me right now. Cullen at the Plus, he's been helping me greatly. My guy Larry's always
Larry,
with
yeah,
me. You
yeah.
know, Larry's
Shout out
behind
Larry.
the scenes right now. Throttle Clan, you know, everybody who's a supporter of me is Throttle Clan, and that's a gang of people, you know. So we've just really grown into a family.
You've been rocking Throttle Clan for like a good, like what, 10 years now, even longer?
Yeah, even longer.
Yeah.
Even longer.
That part.
And for those who don't know, Throttle Clan is so many things, but we have kind of given it an identity now. So we've grown it into a lifestyle brand, and it's geared towards athletes, adventurers, and thrill seekers. And that's going into like the mudding world. For those who don't know, it's like extreme off-road shit
yeah.
going on. There's also, I got a dude who's jumping off cliffs doing flips. I got a cheerleader, even though she's like a whole gymnast, but they don't like that term. So she's, you know, I got her. I got, you know, anything creative and outgoing that promotes growth, that promotes, you know, the betterment of humanity, you know, like just making people feel better.
I'm saying love is the answer, for sure.
Going full throttle has now become like a motto in everything that you do. It's just all about going hard, sticking to it, never slowing down. And we use the term throttle up, which means, you know, get fully charged. Let's go. So that's, you know, that's the rundown of Throttle Clan.
That's perfect, man. That's beautiful. Tell me about this unplugged that you just showed me.
So the unplugged stuff is new to me. I'm used to doing a couple addiction / sobriety ballads each album, but now I've fully gone into being a role model and a mentor for those who are struggling with addiction. And the unplugged stuff was my first project, slowing everything down to give people some really heartfelt content on this subject of getting sober or being caught up in the whirlwind of addiction.
You worked on that with Burn County?
Yeah, Burn County Music is the one who's been really nurturing that style. They're also a label that I have a partnership
tell
with.
Me more about Burn County.
So Burn County.
That's your current
Yes.
partnership?
Cool.
Yeah,
Yes. So I have a current partnership with them, which is also it's a handshake relationship. So it's built off of trust. It's built off of loyalty. To go back to the family thing, we've grown into family over the past 2 years. Ty Weathers has not only helped me with creating a new style of music, but also just, you know, emotional support and being there as my dog, being down with me through other shit that I have going on, you know, in my life, where I'm very aware a lot of labels wouldn't do that, you know, and so I'm lucky to be working with somebody who not only will, and I say somebody because there's only a couple entities involved. It's not a 12-man team. I'm helping them construct the team for my brand.
Nah, you see me like I'm a 1-2 man up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and that's what it is. Me and
Yeah.
you know, to bring it back to Larry, that is my 2-man. You know,
That's what I'm saying.
I got another entity that's involved, and his name is Low Key Beats, and it's we're working on a ton of stuff together.
Yeah.
We have an album we're working on together, and then we have another album that we're working on with another artist named Dirty Prescott Kids, aka DPK, and we have a project coming out together. So Low Key works with me more on the day-to-day. Burn County works with me on a separate project, a separate vibe, and whole nother music construct at this point. Both of these entities are highly important to nurture my creativity on the day-to-day.
Oh yeah. Okay. What is the number one thing though that you're like, if you were like, this is what I want to push out to people, like right now, whether it's a project or a message or a song or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the number one thing that you're pushing right now? Is it that? Or-
Honestly, yes. It will be most of the songs from Lost and Found.
There it is. Yep. Yeah.
I also have, this is an album that I put out in May.
Yeah, you can show the camera. You can show this one.
Yeah. This is an album that I put out in May. It has some motivational songs on it. It has some addiction songs on it, some sobriety songs. But then it also has a lot of Northwoods content. Northwoods content's going to be your off-roading. It's going to be your lakes, your fishing, your really just enjoying the up north outside lifestyle that we've, or at least I have grown up in.
Oh no, I grew up in it too. That's why.
Yeah.
You see NBAM?
Yeah.
North Base Art Marketing.
I love it. I love it. And that's we were just talking about those full circle moments, and that's just one of those moments.
You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
It's
what it is. We up here. Way up north.
We're way up
Tell
north.
me about Way Up North, by the way.
Way up north
Yeah.
is also the other side. That's what I mean. It's the other side of me, and it's also I can't box myself into one thing.
Why would you?
I'm here to motivate people.
How
I'm
could you?
here to help people get sober, but I'm also here to have fun. I'm here to spend time on the lake. I'm here to spend time in the woods.
That part.
I'm here to fish, hunt, snowmobile, four-wheel, mud. I'm here to do all that. You
That's
know,
full throttle.
it is.
Yeah.
And there's maybe certain times where I guess second guess if I should be pushing this Northwoods and this sobriety thing, but then I'm like, it's all me.
It's the same thing.
It's all me.
Yeah.
Yep. And so that's what it is, man, is what I'm really pushing is me. Way Up North is an ode to the up north people who are out there ripping around having fun.
Yeah.
It's an ode to anybody who's feeling powerful from up here. You know, it's like a chip on my shoulder. Don't fucking forget about the north, you know?
Right.
And if you are, then we're gonna force our way in, and we're gonna make sure that you're like, who the fuck just kicked the door in?
The North is real. Yeah.
The north is real.
Real. No, it really is. I mean, and it's kind of also like that Midwest. It's like the combination of the North and the Midwest. It's like y'all really forgot that this is a place, but you know what I mean. Sometimes it can be easy to forget because a lot of the media up here just doesn't really do their job, and that's just me keeping it 1,000. But I don't want to go off on a tangent.
Right. We could do that, but you know.
Are you religious?
Yes, I am. I pray to God every day. I look at two aspects of things. So, Jesus is my Lord and Savior. But I do feel like spiritual attunement is one and the same, but you can access that through more than one God, if that makes sense, right?
I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think so. I think
don't
I've
know.
seen a
Personally,
lot
I
of
don't know,
people's
yeah.
perspectives, and I think a lot of people are happy. I don't think they're faking it to push, to be like, well, I meditate and I'm not, you know, and they're happy, you know, like if they're happy, like I know that they're happy, you know, if that makes sense. I've seen multiple forms of spirituality, religion, and people seem happy. So I
I didn't
think,
even have that question on you. I just
yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like asking.
I truly believe without me praying and getting my faith based through God, I wouldn't be a creator, first of all. I wouldn't have got sober, second of all.
Word.
And I don't think I would even want to motivate or win at all. Like without the faith, it just doesn't, it seems shallow. Life seems shallow. Without like this imagination of like a 6-year-old, life seems really, really shallow and like low vibration.
Word.
So for me, it's like I have to be dreaming like a child almost all the time.
I feel you. I love that you put those two things in the same box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just get to points when we speak,
You
right?
have a lot of dreams.
Dude, I don't know how to live any other way.
No, I'm saying like
Yeah.
like when you're sleeping.
Yeah,
I I'm sometimes remembering my dreams.
I
you know
think-
what I'm saying? Because when you said like as a kid, because as a kid I remember all my dreams. I don't know, like this is not even on my questions. As a kid I remember all my dreams.
yeah.
Like you said, like as a kid, but I don't know, like yeah. Are you remembering your dreams lately? Or?
No.
Me, yeah, me. I remember some of them. Some of them.
Cannabis, I
Cannabis.
think dulls. I think it dulls the dream,
Yeah,
the
definitely.
dream part
Oh, for
realm,
sure.
which sucks,
Just
right?
the remembering part, because I'm still having them. I'm just not remembering.
Yeah, we
them.
have to be.
Yeah, I'm just not remembering them as much. But for sure, cannabis, absolutely. Because when I smoke less, I remember way more.
Absolutely.
It's like literally like yeah.
Yep. Sometimes I think about quitting. You know, I just turned 38 for the record.
Word.
And
For some reason, I knew that.
I started at 16 smoking.
Yeah.
And the only time I wasn't smoking was when I was in jail.
Ah,
There was like a month where my PO was like, I'm going to lock your ass up. So I chilled for that month.
yeah.
But like once I knew they weren't going to piss test me again, I went to that next meeting. It was on, you know?
And then that's real, man. Like, cause like you know what I'm saying. Like we all struggle with. You know what I'm saying? Whether it is addiction or just like wanting to just feel a certain way, like that's something that we all, try to balance in our life. So that's real.
It's hard to read when you're, and this, see, now that you just said that, like I know the cycle of the bars every weekend and doing cocaine during that time. So, because this was my addiction. So I wasn't like,
I've seen that. No,
I wasn't like banging cocaine in my veins, and I'm not looking down on anybody or saying I'm higher than you. This is just how my addiction was. So Thursday at about 6 p.m., I would like get this subconscious urge because it's a cycle.
Thursdays.
So Thursday at 6 p.m. because that's when everybody starts going to the bar heavy in Wisconsin and where I'm from. That's what's up.
Yeah.
And
Even Wednesday.
so I would try to construct this plan to get my wife to like figure out a babysitter and come with me and all these things right at 1st. But then when I noticed she didn't like cocaine and like she hated it, then I had to like start arguing with her. So I'd start an argument with her in order to be like, well, fuck it then, you're da-da-da-da-da-da. And then I probably try to blame it on her because that's usually how it goes.
I love how you broke that down. You understand like the process that you were taking.
You fucking have to in order to stay clean, I feel. If you don't understand this, you're just going to go back to this cycle. So then I started the fight with her. I'd go to wherever the fuck. This person answered, so I'd go there, right? By the second drink, I'm hunting down cocaine. Like, who has cocaine? I need maybe not a lot, maybe just a gram, maybe a half a gram.
You would say weekly.
Dude, this was like,
But you're not
Listen.
the only person that feels this way.
that's why I'm explaining
Okay.
it. Because I understand the cycle of this shit.
Man.
We were just talking about cannabis and the cycle of that, and this actually is gonna fuck me up
Which I feel way
just saying it
different
out
about.
loud. And I do too in a way.
Yeah.
But when you said, or are we searching for a certain feeling, or is it addiction? This is how cocaine and drinking worked for me.
Okay.
So then Thursday by 8:30, 9:30, I'm already got some cocaine in my nose. I got at least 3-4 drinks down, and like it's gonna drain into like the wee hours of the day. So it may go till 6 a.m. You know what I mean? We're talking about, we just went from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
I mean, off white.
That's how it
They
moves.
say cocaine is one hell of a drug.
I know, that's how it moves, right? So then this cycle goes from me going home, going to sleep at 6 a.m.,
I don't
waking
know,
up
by the way.
at 3. Yeah, this is crazy.
yeah.
So then waking up at 3, I got kids. Like, this is shit I'm not taking care of. All the while, I'm disrespecting my wife. I'm disrespecting my responsibilities. I'm disrespecting my motherfucking time, which is, the most valuable thing here.
When was this?
This was in the years of 2016 to 2019-ish.
Okay.
But I like fell off the wagon really bad. There was some shit that had happened with music.
And then the pandemic, right? Or is
That
it
no. So that was. All right, let me finish this. We'll get into that. So I wouldn't come out of this repetitive cycle. You know, I'd wake up at 3. I'd go and try to, by 6:30 p.m. on Friday, I'm doing the same thing.
Saturday,
Sunday, right?
Sunday. Okay.
And then Mondays recoup. Tuesday, Wednesday, I start feeling normal at 6 p.m. or so. 7 p.m. I start feeling normal on Wednesday. And then 24 hours later, I'm back in the same shit.
For 3 years.
For like 3-4 years this happened.
4? It
It was like 3, I think. But it was fucking intense. Like, it was bad.
Let me ask you, wait, hold on. How do you feel right now?
Right now,
Yeah. Right? Like literally.
when you said that, I'm just going to go
like,
first
right
thought.
now. Yeah.
There's a lot of confusion. This is the things that I have to work through, how we're talking now, to make sense of it all. But I have like anxiety now. Like, I don't fucking surrender to it, but like at home I do. Like, I'll have extreme, like, I'll yell, you know what I mean? There's like, and I've always probably yelled a little bit, but just shit that's just intense, that isn't that intense, that I feel like are after effects of this. You know,
PTSD.
mass amounts of distrust my wife has, plus PTSD. You know, it all came to a shitty boiling point. I don't want to get into details about that, but it was like completely, losing the trust of my wife, losing the trust of, maybe a few other people, and then shedding the skin of everybody who is still in that world. So anybody who still drinks on the weekends and like parties, I don't have them around me anymore.
Because it's like, you probably just shouldn't. Right?
Yes,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, honestly, like, right?
Right. And
Yeah.
there was a few relationships that were dissolved by, honestly, I think it was just like my path. Like, there wasn't any intense bad blood. It just was like, I'm on this mission, and the mission is I'm going to become the greatest recording artist in the fucking world. And anyone who doesn't nurture that mission, I can't have around me. And any second thoughts
Word.
of that.
I mean, if that's what you want, like, yeah. If that's what you want, like, I'm not gonna tell you like that you shouldn't do that. I'll give you my opinion if you want.
I think I've moved into. I mean, I value your opinion on everything.
No, it's all good.
It's years past. It's moved.
Oh, you're saying that's how you felt.
I didn't feel anything. I was really disappointed in some of these relationships when they were dissolved.
But wait. You just said, just to clarify.
Yes.
You just said I was on a mission to become the greatest recording artist there is.
Absolutely.
Is that a was or it?
So
I am?
when the relationships, I am. When the relationships were, but I almost didn't even fully understand that at the moment. So in the moment of my cycle ending sobriety, I spent roughly 3 months hibernating on music. And that was my vessel out of the cycle of partying. It became, and it was before, it became my world again, I felt like I got disconnected. I started making a lot of money. I started hanging out with people who liked to party a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That became my circle.
I've seen that.
And so it changed. And I lost sight of my morals. I lost sight of my fucking mission.
Why is this project called Lost and Found?
For the addiction reason of being lost, and for the role model that I stepped into being from the addiction. I owned being that role model for people. Even though I knew it was going to be a huge responsibility, I knew it was going to be draining, but I knew that's who I needed to be.
Are you going to work on another project, or are you just going to keep pushing this right now?
I'm working on several projects right now. I'm working on a project with DPK.
The projects that you had
Yep.
told me about. That.
And then
Okay.
I also have a new single that will be coming out with Bern County called Darkest Corner.
There it is. And tell me about that.
Darkest Corner is a song basically where I felt like I could help people who are in terrible fucking positions with this addiction shit.
It's out?
It's not out.
It's going to be coming out.
I just recorded in Atlanta. I think it was last
You're
month.
still going to Atlanta?
So that's another full circle moment.
You remember?
Right. Well, no, because it's not my same connections. It's a whole new person.
Okay.
And like a whole new thing.
Yeah.
But I did reach out to some people that were there, that I already knew. But yeah, it was, I went to work with this dude named Brad Cox, and he's a revered engineer. And it was a pleasure, dude. I love working with people who have some like input. Like, I'm good at being produced, I've made hundreds of songs by myself. Hundreds.
And why is it called Darkest Corner?
Because I have it. I can send it, like, you can play it.
Yeah.
The song essentially,
You could play it. You could play part of it. Right.
it's the first rock song that I've ever made. It's fully singing, and so it took me about a year to get to this moment, maybe a little bit more, of singing every day.
I was gonna say earlier. I was like, dang, okay. Remember when we did that little test?
Yeah. No, I sing all the time now. So the stuff I'm working on with Bern County is singing. Everything that I'll put out with them is going to be singing, and it's going to be rock. So the album and the singles I put out under them will be under the rock genre.
Okay.
And then everything I put out, and I'll just say with Low Key Beats, because he produces everything I'm doing in this other world, this up north. So anything you hear that's like the new shit that I'm coming out with, that's like rock driven and up north driven, that will be produced by Low Key Beats. So anything me and Low Key are coming out with is gonna be like trapped out up north rock country topics type vibe.
I see like the niche that you're carving out, and it's very specific. And I feel like if you stay on this track, this is just me projecting. If you stay on this track, I feel like it's just going to keep growing, and the brand recognition will get to a point where it will be just undeniable. You know what I'm saying? You just got to keep going on the path that you're on, and stay true to it.
Appreciate you.
I liked what I liked the most. If you're curious, what I liked the most was the part when you said, what did you say? Hunting, fishing, being outdoors, snowmobiling, and something else you said?
Yeah.
Something with that combination. I see that as your brand, 100%.
Absolutely. And the addiction and stuff is just another side of me, and that's the side that Bern County is really interested in. They absolutely love.
But you're not just like a one-sided person.
I'm not, and that's what's beautiful is, to any artist out here who's talking to a label, if they're interested in you, like, there's no reason that it can't be a partnership. And there's no reason that you can't run off and do a project with someone else in the meantime, because the label that I work with, they're extremely professional, but to me, they work slower than I would like. So I go and I work over here with my other homie, and we fucking get shit done, and we do shit over here while they do that shit over there, because all the while, Bern County is boosting my Spotify numbers. Yeah. They're over here fucking getting me on playlists. They're over here getting me to work with people who have accolades. The Brad Cox dude works with several people, man, like in the rock world, and so it's like, it's so fucking cool. Yeah, it's like, and
staring
then
at the city, it doesn't say staring at any genre. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's like, and you know, for artists, and there are Minnesota artists that are rappers that honestly are in the rock genre too, I feel.
Definitely, like Mount Sun is like that crossover type artist.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
There's a couple other, I would say even, what's his name, Hobson is even kind of like a crossover. I can see Hobson coming out with like a rock project.
He said he's killing all boundaries. He said, I seen his last post. He said he's about to come out with some surprising shit.
He's even from here and shit.
I didn't know that actually.
No, like straight. I don't know if he's like from here, but I've seen like
a lot going
that
on.
He's posted or something from here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, wait, he's from here. I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
That's not confirmed though.
That's not confirmed. But either way, you know, even like the Lil Crush kid comes to mind for me.
And
His
Lil
style
Crush,
isn't rap. Like he's a
rock
mix.
Artist, man. Yeah.
Exactly, he's a rock artist,
Yeah.
and so
And then
respect, you know,
sometimes,
and I'm just
So
shouting
have you
out.
just said Lil Crush? Yeah, I could
Yeah.
see some Lil Crush. Yeah.
Yeah, see, so me, man, I watch a little bit. I don't watch everyone, but I like to see growth, and I like to see that. And so
Boston Leon.
I haven't seen him, but I definitely will check him out, man, you know. And I'm not in the business of A&Ring, but I respect the fucking grind, dude. Anyone who's getting these videos done, putting out continuous work, and just believing in themselves 100%, I know there's people behind your back talking shit. There's people over here doubting you. There's this and that. There's so many obstacles to even get to that fucking point. There's money that costs for videos. There's money that costs for recording. There's all these things. So I respect the grind 100%. Anyone who's doing that shit, salute you. You know, I know what it's like. Straight up.
Man, I fuck with you because like it seems like you're constantly trying to improve yourself, and I think that's great. And that's something that I try to like look around at like my peers and take the best parts, and that's something that I definitely like learned from you early on, like way back in like 2012, I think it was. You know what I'm saying? Like just really being out here grinding, reaching out to the community, reaching out to younger artists like myself.
Yeah.
Just trying to put people on.
Yeah.
So,
and sometimes it's like,
respect.
thank you, man. Thank you. I love that we can nurture each other's creativity. Like, I can't live without you. You can't live without me in that world, in that space. You can live for a little while, but I can move so fast when I have other people around. Like, it just lights a fire under my ass, and I'm
Literally.
like a battery in my fucking back, and I'm ready to move every day. I'm ready to call you every morning and say, what are we working on? That you had said something earlier about the shed we used to work out of.
Yeah, that's
called
right.
the Throttle Shack, right?
Yeah.
I remember we were there every day at noon.
The reason
There
I
was
have
like,
this-
I don't know where that came from.
This is mine. I bought it because you had the same model.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that works. Okay, I'm gonna buy that one.
That's so, and see, that's what I mean. It's like, just like you were like, hey man, this fucking camera, they shoot in the end zone. It's like, now I'm over here because I just spent like $600 on lenses, but like none of that, they're like, all that camera stuff's like guns, like it resells very well.
Yeah.
Somewhat, right? And in whatever, but.
In the sense that it's interchangeable.
Yes.
And they both shoot.
Exactly. And so I think even, I don't know. Anyways, we were working at that shack every day at noon.
I don't have any more. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
And I just, that's why. It's because when I'm calling you, you're like feeling accountable. Like I have to be here, or you don't, but you're not a part of the squad anymore then. Like, like this shit entails certain like criteria as creators, but you didn't have to force anyone there.
No.
It was
No.
it's vibes, dude. And so just to, I love working with people who are really focused now. It's a little bit different now. I can't work with everybody because I don't have time.
Of course not.
And it kind of sucks because it's become so serious, and at first it was just so fun, and now it's like I kind of got to treat it like a business.
You have to, but make sure to still have fun. I feel like it has to be like 51-49. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
That's my opinion.
And you can bask. You were talking about work earlier, and you were talking about we were talking about creation or I was talking about fun and work, but like we were basically talking about your fun lying within your work, but then it becoming work. Like we were talking about filming a video, so fun in the moment, shooting and let's go find, we got this dope ass scene over here. I mean, the lighting and shit can be tedious and shit at times, but it's pretty fucking fun. When you sit down with 10 to 14 gigs, whatever the fuck it ends up being, I don't know what it is, right? Of footage. And you're like, I gotta sift through the shit, and I didn't have a clear plan of how I was gonna chop it at first.
See what I'm saying about having a plan?
I know, right?
You see what I'm saying? Aha.
Yo, yeah, so bring it back to that, man. Have a plan.
Hey,
but
I really had to change, you know?
Yeah, rehearsal, you know, those types of things for shows, that can become a little tedious. Getting the right take on a recording, it can become a little tedious. But yeah, it's all relative to time, you know? Like, I don't have time, you tell yourself that shit. And that kind of fucks it up, you know?
And that's why I will only engage in the things I'm passionate about when I know that there's time. Can't rush that.
That's a gem right there.
Can't rush that. Can't. Just literally cannot. It won't work.
Yeah, it won't work. You won't release it,
no, it
or
just
you won't, because it won't measure up.
Like it will just, if you try to rush it at all, it won't work.
That's true. That's 100% true.
That's my experience.
Yeah. I'm really glad you said that. I'm going to take that away for sure from today. Because that's like, and you know, I've always said don't put too much on your plate, but I feel like the way you said it was more elegant to creation. You know, like in the realm of creation, it made more sense. Like,
making.
Yeah.
Right? Building.
Yeah.
Just being too also, but like, you know.
Yeah, that's true, man.
It's definitely levels. It's levels. We're in the age of, you know, TikTok, whatever. This could go anywhere. What would be like something you would say? Like if someone, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere.
I'm just as clueless as everyone else, okay? So before I say what I'm going to say, I want to say that. I'm just as clueless as everyone else. I don't know what the next platform is going to be. I really like some creators. Dirty Prescott Kids is one of them. He is funny as fuck. He's entertaining. He understands the algorithm. He understands how to make short videos impactful, right? I haven't fully grasped all of those keynotes yet, right? Funny may not be where my audience lies. And he's not funny all the time. Sometimes he just speaks his mind. But
Sometimes
my
it's
point,
hilarious.
right, and sometimes it's hilarious. And my point being is like, I think I was really beating myself up because his numbers are so good. And I'm like, how the fuck is he doing this? How can I do this? Why can't I do this? I came back to one thought. I love the music. I have to focus on the music 100%. I have to figure out a way to make those short videos about my music because that's what I bring to the table. I know I can do some more things with my sobriety stuff. I know I can do some more things with the Northwood stuff, you know, riding up on a snowmobile, jumping off and saying something quick. I know, you know, I have some really great ideas. Short videos aren't going away. So that would be my main thing to tell any artist is like, make short videos. If you think you're gonna release a music video, this is gonna fuck you up right here. If you think you're gonna release a music video and get 1 million views, you're more than likely gonna be able to take a 15-second snippet out of that music video and get 1 million views before you do on the real video. And it sucks.
The likelihood.
Yes.
You're talking about likelihood.
Dude, but even then the song blows up because then even that blows up the audio. it's like focus on making 10 to 15 short videos to your one music video. And I'll even make 10 different pieces of content where like I'll have Larry hold the camera and I'll just jump in the frame and be like, yo, check out this new banger. You know, that's our super generic one. You know, think of something better than that. But
yeah, no, it's good to have people like that around that are able to help. You know what I'm saying? Real
absolutely,
people, you know?
absolutely. And if you don't, just get a tripod because
Even
your time will pass.
Even a tripod, but like a person is much better. But yeah,
a person is much better, and that's why, you know, I was lucky enough to have you around early to help me work on videos and shit like that, because where, you know, I got a lot of knowledge through us filming more about like scene setting and selection and shit.
Word.
Like that's easy for me. Like when I come into music videos with other videographers, they're like thinking that we're gonna go shoot in the alleyway and I have like the whole fucking, we're going here, we're going there, we got this, we got that vehicle, we got, you know, and it's because we did that shit a lot. It was like, you know, it was just easy.
It was practice almost.
It was practice.
Right?
It was, dude, and I come into so many situations with artists, and I'm not talking down or nothing, but I'm surprised with my vast fucking knowledge in a lot of things. Like the video world, the camera world, the angles of shit, recording myself, performing. I now have like all the PA shit. So I have a big Ford E150 van. Me and Larry will pop out. We'll set up all the speakers. We tune in the mic. We make sure all of it's crisp and banging.
Not at all surprised.
And we do merch. Our merch game is like, dude, we've opened up for a lot of people. Our merch game is shitting on a lot of the fucking dudes that are leveled above me in numbers. And I don't say above me in skill because I don't, you know, I'm going to hold myself at a high regard at all times with that. But above me with some numbers, we usually pop out with a more elaborate setup, better lighting. You know, it's all about being prepared for that moment, you know? Because when, like last night, dude, I ran, like, I'll be dead ass honest, like, I fuck up. I ran out of larges. I ran out of XLs last night. Like, that was...
At least you have merch.
A ton of shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
At least you're doing branding.
Yeah. And let's do it. I want to talk about that real quick, super quick. If you're getting a show and you're an artist and you're booked at the Red Sea and you can't bring 50 people there, why the fuck are you asking for money, dude? And why the fuck don't you have merch? You guys look goofy.
That part.
And then you're bitching on Facebook to the OGs talking about they're not paying you, dog. You're not worth a penny. Fucking get your fan base going.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't see any of that Facebook shit because like I blocked all that shit. But I hear you.
I just seen it a couple times, and I just want to give people them, you know. And I think sometimes tough love for us artists is needed.
It's tough love.
Like,
right
yeah,
now.
people need to let you know, because I fucking love these artists, dude. I want everybody to rise, but I want, more importantly, I want them to rise from telling their own fucking story. So tell your own story, and if you can't bring a crowd, stop asking for money.
That's true.
And if you can bring a crowd, just throw your own fucking show.
That's facts.
Just rent the shit and do it.
This is free advice right now, y'all. What's good?
Yeah, man. You can be a super boss, dude. You guys, like, for real, can be so bossed up with a few grand. Like, now probably I got 15.
With you. I think you need a bigger population base.
Yeah, from where I'm at right now? Or for people in general?
People in, like, from where, I feel like the base of where you need to aim, like, needs to be wider.
Yeah, you're talking about me as an artist?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And I honestly, I've been coming up here a lot, probably like once a week.
See?
But I haven't been networking properly. I've just kind of been skating with the homies, which I'm gonna do tonight. I'll be at Third Layer.
Word.
Yeah,
Fire,
so
fire.
I rollerblade, I aggressive rollerblade, like all the grinding and shit that skateboarding does. I just do it on rollerblades. It's kind of like a niche sport, but I'm all about culture. Like I said in the beginning, I'm all about culture.
I'm a disc golfer, so like I know about niches.
I love it.
Yeah.
You know, and they're getting their shine due now, you know.
Oh yeah, that shit's going crazy.
Yeah, shit's going crazy now. You got a whole bunch of sponsorships and money flowing through
Big money.
I love it, dude. That's what the fuck this shit's for, you know? And that's why I'm mentioning rollerblading right fucking now.
And they have a wider base. And you mentioned before, what were the three things? Sports?
So it's athletes, adventurers, and thrill seekers.
So, you see what I'm saying?
It's a lifestyle brand.
Right.
Right.
It's nothing new.
Yep.
None of this surprises me. Like I'll restate it again.
I know you've seen in the beginning. It was almost by default, right? Because we weren't doing the off-road sports and shit. So Throttle Clan and like the whole throttle thing was like a by accident full circle move. Because remember the Full Throttle energy drinks?
Oh, it was just because of the drinks?
It was just because of the fucking drinks. That's all it was, bro.
Well, you found a way to flip it.
It just
and you made it real.
Hey, God made it real. God had it planned.
Yeah.
I swear.
They said God's light lives within, each one.
Yo, God illuminates my path, man. I see it so much, and there's been so many moments where I've been down to my last dollar or pulled over by the police, and they got a bag of weed in their hand, and they're like, don't even worry about it. Dude, I've had it, or it smells like weed, and they just don't search the car. You know, I mean, dude, it's not... If I turned a blind eye to that shit, I'd have to turn a blind eye like every 20 days with how many blessings I get that come last minute that are bigger, larger than life. You know, like, it's real, dude.
Keep going, man.
Thank you, bro.
Keep going.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Man, you're very welcome.
Would you like to add anything else?
Just stay positive. And like you said, keep going. And I always say never slow down, because there's those times where we hit those speed bumps and we second guess for a few weeks and we slow everything down for no reason but our own minds.
I heard that.
Never slow down. Keep going, never slow down.
It's almost like full send.
Yeah.
Have you heard of full send?
Yeah, so what's really funny is I was at a mud bog in Missouri where everyone's full sending and someone full sent their fucking four-wheeler into the side of my van. Boom!
Yeah, no,
dented in my door. Boom! But I was out filming, so I never figured out who it was, whatever, right? So I left the mud bog and I'm like, man, maybe I'm fucking up. This is, I'm telling you what happened. I said, maybe I'm fucking up, man. I'm like, maybe I should just start reevaluating. And this is what happens in your life. These are pivotal moments where this can fuck up everything and you can go that way instead of that way. And I was like, man, maybe I should get back home, because I was like 9, 10 hours, 12 hours away from home, some shit. I think it was 8 hours or something.
Crossroads.
And I was like, maybe I should get home and just say, fuck this shit. I go to this gas station, and the first thing I see is someone come out and his shirt says, don't slow down. There's no branding on it, bro. There's no Nike symbol. There's nothing. It just says, don't slow down.
It's part of the Matrix.
Part of the fucking vibe. And right there, I'm like, nah, bro, it ain't shit. It's small things to a giant. I get back home. I tell my homie, make me some stickers that say, don't slow down. He fucks them up. They say, never slow down.
Oh.
And I'm like, that's the motto, because it's mine.
Wow.
It wasn't what was on the shirt. It's mine. So never slow down, baby.
That's what's called a happy accident.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Take advantage of happy accidents.
See what I'm saying?
They're beautiful.
Yeah. Not every fuck up is actually a fuck up.
What a vibe, man. I knew it was going to be organic, though.
Straight up, man. No, I mean, that's the point. I like I said, I'm never going to force one of these. I'm never going to force my art. It has to just happen.
Thank you for having me, dude.
Yeah, man. You've been staring at the city. Jay.
Yeah.
It's Nathan. Peace.
Peace. My God. That was beautiful. Yo, a lot of gems in there, dog. I'm going to leave this here, even though I know you're probably won't
I
play
have a CD
it.
player in my car, so there's a good,
Oh, dope.
There's a good chance it'll get played in my car.
Oh, yeah, let's take a pic quick.
So if you got some bangers on there,
like full two faces of you
Yeah,
from
let's
that
get it.
side without being in your frames.
I'll take this off and then I'll just come stand by you. Or do you want to do it this way?
Either
Both.
way.
Let's do both.
If you
cool,
want like
cool,
you were in
cool.
the interview, then
Oh yeah, so it's
yeah. Alright, got one right there. Take another one just in case. Get a little closer. Got it.
Perfect.
Man. Good look. Thank you. Thank you for helping.
Larry's there,
Yeah.
man. He converted to iPhone so we could airdrop easier. He used to have a dope phone, but I'm like, bro, every time we convert, it's just not the same. And so finally he's like,
Camera, but
he